Hi everyone, welcome to a Facebook Live with Rhonda. It's our lunch break with Rhonda right now, and we are going to take some time to get a little bit of crafty going on. It is right in the middle of the day here. I did have a little bit of a lunch break. We're in the middle of packing for our winter retreat in a box. It is such a huge undertaking. I wish you could see everything that's going on behind me. But we are getting 120 really happy crafters. They're gonna get a box in the mail, and it's full of presents and goodies and projects and all kinds of fun stuff. So those are gonna get mailed out today. If you're watching, I see some of you logging on here. I know Carol, lots of you. I saw your name on some of those packages. So I'm excited that you guys will be getting them in the next few days. But I'm gonna take a small break. I wanna share with you a project that really surprised me. Celebration only has a couple weeks left, well, less than that, like maybe 10 days left. Does it? It's about 10 days, maybe 10 or 11 days. So Celebration is like the most exciting time because when you put your orders in, if it's over $50, you get free product. Thank you guys already giving me the hearts. I love that. That always inspires me. And also for sharing this video. I appreciate that. Okay, so Celebration, which I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen it, unless you've been living under a rock. And that's okay, I'm happy to share it with you again. But there are two different stamp sets in there that were, to me, a little challenging to use. One of them really challenging. Well, my good friend and assistant helper, my assistant, Michelle Litwiller, created a card that made it beautiful. So that's the Corner Bouquet. This is a free stamp set that you can earn with any $50 order that you place. And we're also, so that's a free one, and you only have about, again, a week and a half left. And then we're gonna be using the Heal Your Heart, which I think is one that everybody needs. Not that we want to use it, but we need to use it. Hey, Jennifer, I put a big box with your name on it. So anyway, so the Heal Your Heart is for obviously sending out sympathy cards. It's for people who might be going through a struggle in their life, but these are cards we need to have and have on hand. And we're gonna be sending them to people when they're at at a very, very difficult time of their life. So we're gonna jump in. I have a variation to show you, and then I'm gonna make you another variation of it as well. So I'm gonna point you down so you guys can see my work service. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So a lot of you maybe have already gotten these products for free. If you have, then today's video is gonna be awesome for you because it's gonna give you a way to use them. Let me know, tell me if you have gotten these yet. So we're gonna be using these two stamp sets. And you know what? For those of you, you can't buy them, you can only get them for free, which is so cool. But you can buy all the other things that we're using and, buy the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine if you don't have it yet, or the mini one. And then you can get free stamps with it. I want to show you a little bit of what I've done with these two sets as well, just as an example. I have this cute little book here for Celebration. It only goes through February 28th, so we don't have much time left to go. We have the Paper Blooms paper is so beautiful. Definitely one I've used a lot. And then this is what we're going to use today. It's the Heal Your Heart stamp set. Let's see if you can see this pretty good. And I did pair it here with the Paper Blooms paper because I know a lot of you probably have that as well and chose that as maybe as one of your Celebration choices. But this stamp set is perfect for, sorry for your loss, wishing I could heal your heart. We're in this together. I love that we're in this together. If you have a friend that's going through maybe cancer treatments or chemo or just, a loss of a friend or something. And then obviously we have the Approaching Perfection, which is our fun birthday choice for free. The Oh So Ombre paper is available again, by the way. It was on back order there for quite a while because it's been so popular. It's just simple, but it's very useful. And of course the Darling Donkeys. We used those a couple weeks ago and I'll definitely be using them again. They are truly darling and make some really fun cards. Then the other pack of paper it's available, is a lot of paper, is the Flower and Field Designer Series paper. This ended up probably being my favorite. I loved these patterns, and I use this yellow piece a lot. But I'll show you my favorite pattern is this one. I know you guys have seen me use this because I've used this a ton. I love this pattern. But today we're going to be using the one that challenged me the most. It's called the Corner Bouquet, but we're going to show it to you in a beautiful, beautiful card that you can use for somebody who you need a sympathy card for. So the touch of ink is one that I'm really crazy about as well. I'm going to be doing a class on this one pretty soon, in a couple weeks. All right, then the berry blessings. This one's a bundle. You got to spend $100, and then you get the paper and the stamp set. So you get all of it when you spend $100. Look how much you get. It is so much. Anyway, there's my little sample of all the celebration stuff in action, so you can see how cool it is. But here we go. We are going to start off with. I'm going to show you what we're going to make, and then I'm going to make it in a little bit of a different variety. Black and white is always a place where you can start, and then you just add on kind of whatever colors you want to. So here is one example of the card. It says, it's obviously sorry for your loss. It's in pinks, so I thought I'm going to make you another variety, and we are going to make it in blues. So I chose Pool Party here, and this piece of white is 3 by 4, and your piece of basic black is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So if you have a different color scheme that you like, you can obviously do that as well. So I have one of our Stampin' Up! Sponges. You can also use the blending brush if you have it, but since they're on back order, I thought I would show it with a sponge. But you're just gonna go ahead and ink that sponge up. I like to take a scrap piece of paper, which I'm sure I've got some around here, and just kind of take off a little bit of the edge of it, so it's not so striking. And then we're going to just do a really soft swirling kind of on this piece of our basic Whisper White. And same thing, I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the background. Do it one more time. You can do it as much as you want to kind of get the color, the depth of the color that you want to. So I'm just doing it right in the middle. I'm not doing it all over. There you go. That looks like a nice pool party color to me. And then we're going to switch to the Memento Black ink, and we're using that really big corner spray of flowers. So you could obviously, and we're just going to do it in black. I wanted to show you a really, you don't have to, this doesn't have to be difficult to color. So we're just going to do black, and then you just sponge the background. So obviously if you love purple, yellows, you can do whatever color you want. I do want to use my pad here to make sure I get a good impression. By the way, if you are, this is how I like to ink up the bigger stamps. If any of you are relatively newer to stamping, whenever the stamp is large, I actually leave it on its back, and I pick up the ink pad instead of, using it the other way around. And I can also see to make sure I have my stamp really well covered as well. And then we're just going to stamp this down in the corner, which, hello, it's called the Corner Bouquet, so that makes sense, right? It's always stressful to make sure that I know I got it, I have it a good impression all the way around. Let's see. Oh, it's perfect. Yay. So good. All right. That is going to get layered down to, let me grab my adhesive. It's going to get layered down to that piece of black. I can't wait for you to see the difference. I love doing like a card in one color and then doing it in another color, so you can see a totally different, like it just looks so, different just depending on that color. Our card is going to be basic black, which a lot of people don't use basic black, but it's beautiful. And then you just gotta make sure you put that piece of white on the inside, which gives you another reason if you want to decorate, you can decorate that. Sorry, I gotta get my bone folder. I have to reach in front of you. So we have that. So again, on the inside, when you do a black card, you just gotta make sure that you glue down a piece of white on the inside. Then you can do that. All right, we're going to add a layer of our color, and we're sticking with our pool party. So I went, the sample that I showed you to begin with, using the Magenta Madness, is using the Tasteful Textile, I think that's what it's called, embossing folder. But this one I'm gonna do is using, and this one I have because Nancy's labeled it, is a Parisian Floral 3D. So I thought this makes a really beautiful background. So I'm going to take that and glue that down. And I'll use my Stampin' Seal Plus Because whenever you glue down anything that you've embossed, you want to make sure you are using a really good adhesive. Well, this is so good. Sometimes it picks up a little bit of paper. Well, let's try it one more time. We'll go down this side. Well, this is not good. Why does it keep doing that? I didn't do it to begin with. Let's see. Usually it's because I'm pushing too hard, but this time I'm not pushing. Well, let's do this. We're going to use this glue instead because it's right in front of me. And this also gives a good stick. It's just messy. I always get messy with it. All right. We're going to take that and glue it down to the front of our card. Beautiful. That embossing folder is so, so, so pretty. Hopefully you can see it in the video. There you go. So there is the front of our card. Our next step is going to be to glue down, which, see, it works just fine now. Glue down this piece of that True Love Designer Series paper. I have a piece of black on there. And before I glue that down though, I do want to wrap around a piece of ribbon. We are using the black sparkle ribbon. And we're just going to tie around this and tie it into a knot. Oh gosh, Arlena, do you by chance, I know you're focusing, but I used the scissors and I didn't put them back. Do you have a pair? Yes. I remember borrowing them from this table. I thought I gotta put them back before my live, but I didn't. Thank you, Arlena. All right, I'm just gonna tie this and we're just gonna tie it off in a knot. You could tie a bow if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna tie a knot. See if I gotta get this so you guys can see. Here. There we go. I would not have put the adhesive on first if I were you. You can learn from that. You wanna make sure I just got a little adhesive happy. You wanna make sure you tie it first. There we go. So tie that off to the side. Now, that is going to get glued down to the front of our card. Let's see if I can get this glued in the right direction. There we go. Perfect. And this is, obviously, I cut that way longer than what I needed, so I can trim that off. Nice little points there. All right. Next, let's go back to here, put our dimensionals on the back. And so again, has anybody else already got this stamp set? This was one that I was like, I didn't know if I was gonna use it, but we used it for one of our conventions and made some beautiful cards with it, and I loved this one that Michelle was working on, and I think it is, if you own it, you wanna make sure you know how to, a great way to use it. And if you don't own it yet, this will definitely inspire you to want to get it because it's free. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down on the front. I love the pool party, it's beautiful. And last but not least, I have a little butterfly that I did with our butterfly punch. And we'll take a little mini glue dot and put that on the front there, like that. And then we have some rhinestones. So we're just gonna sprinkle on just some of our basic rhinestones. I always like to put, one in the middle of the butterfly. There we go. One, and then we'll just put some in the middles of some of these flowers. That one. So I know I warned you guys last week, but I won't be coming for Facebook Lives to do crafting for a couple weeks. I have to have my surgery tomorrow. So I just want to forewarn you so you don't come looking for me, and don't think I abandoned you. I just, as soon as I'm able to come back into my studio, I'll come back and do them again. I'm going to be posting some videos though on YouTube. All right. Last but not least, we need a strip, a very small strip of white. It looks like it's about 3/4 of an inch. This is going to be a sympathy card. No one likes to have sympathy cards, but they're important to have on hand. So this is a sorry for your loss. And you could also give it to somebody, obviously, that had a loss for an animal or a pet, any kind of loss. And then we're going to stamp that with our black. I'll take this off. And then we will Yep, sorry for your loss. And we'll stamp that right on here, this little strip. It's about a 3/4 inch strip. Perfect. And that will get glued down to the front of that card. So both of these projects, these stamps together, they're both free with Celebration, but they really do make a nice sympathy card. So there's that one, says sorry for your loss. And then here it is also in the Magenta Madness. All right, so which one is your favorite one? Or obviously you can make both. And I also would challenge you guys to make it in other colors too. Maybe you love it, maybe you love yellows, or someone you're making it for loves purples, you can make it in purple. There's so many different color combinations that you could use this for. So, but I hope you loved today's video. Hopefully it gave you, so sometimes when you have that big, like that really big flower, sometimes that's hard to want to stamp or color it all in. But so we wanted to show you just sometimes all you have to do is just sponge the background and then stamp it in black. And then that gives you that pop of color. All right, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for joining me. I will be doing a 5-Minute Friday video on YouTube, so I'll be sharing that with you. And I am excited to also announce a couple really awesome events we're gonna be doing in March. And so, but remember, I won't be here the next couple weeks, but I will definitely be back as soon as I'm able to get back here in my studio. Thanks guys for being here. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.